Tonight we are continuing our Fox in Focus series, Breaking the Cycle. We have Abigail Dye joining me tonight talking about video games. So in some you're seeing an army sniper putting bullets in the heads of enemies. Others you're a gangster carjacking strangers and murder rivals. You know, video games give kids the chance to virtually be very violent, and a lot of people are concerned about that because they don't know if that translates to real life.
Exactly, and because of those really violent images, video games, they've been blamed for real world violence for years. Articles, media, politicians, I mean, we've all seen it for decades, or about a decade now. They've said that violent video games, they're corrupting our youth. But I looked into it, and what I found out is there's actually very little science to back that up.
Let's get after it, Jack.
Video games. They're a part of most American homes, and for some, they've turned into a career.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are doing amazing today.
Okay, Roman, tell me, how long have you been streaming?
Consistently since 2019, around COVID times. I started streaming because I love video games.
Titan SL is his screen name. He started as a teen and like millions. He streams gameplay on Twitch.
And at this point, you are streaming full time.
Yes, right now I am. And there's a lot of money in this. I mean, millions at this point. It's literally like a sport.
85% of teens play video games. That's according to Pew Research. And a lot of them are violent.
In the 2000s and 2010s, study after study suggested violent video games were linked to aggression in youth. And you've probably seen people linking acts of violence to video games in the media.
And I see a video game industry that teaches young people to kill.
Are video games linked to real world youth violence?
We have been interested in this question for a long time.
Dr. Steven Nelson has a background in criminology, so he's looked into the question himself.
Lots of people have investigated it and come up with basically nothing.
These studies that I mentioned linking video games to aggression talk about just that. Aggression, not violence. One of the studies from the American Psychological Association suggested a link between aggression and video games back in 2010.
If kids are acting aggressively on video games, they're rehearsing aggressive behavior.
But then in 2015, they came out with this resolution saying attributing violence to violent video gaming is not scientifically sound. Some experts saying even aggression can't be linked to gaming.
Is there any good science that links video games to aggression and violence in kids?
The short answer is no. The prevailing research shows that at most frustration can be the result of playing violent video games sometimes, but there's no direct links between anger or violence among youth and video games.
Dr. Sarah Hayes has also spent a lot of time on this topic.
I've worked in the intersection of games and mental health for over 10 years. I've published, researched, advocated, and provided therapy around this specific topic.
I think the answer is that kids know the difference between shooting something on a video game and shooting something in real life.
It's a temporary emotional responsive state. It's not a permanent impact.
And everyone I talk to seems to think
It's just as likely that actually these videos are helping us than hurting us.
Yo, drop some W's. It's an amazing outlet.
I consider that games can be tools for all kinds of things: friendship, connection, learning, communication.
What kind of conversation do you usually hold with your community?
I open up to people. I tell them about how my day really is. We'll talk about how our day's going, how we're doing mentally. I talk a lot about mental health. I'm a big advocate for mental health.
but like anything, too much can be bad.
It can be super fun playing video games 24/7, but it could also affect you if you already struggle with depression or anxiety.
Of course, just like anything else, games can be used in excess.
Just the access kids have to gaming and streaming and the internet, it could definitely be limited or at least monitored.
The biggest question a parent can ask their child is, what do you like about this game? And the answers might surprise you.
I think anybody would have a really good time streaming. They'll learn a lot about themselves and they'll probably make a bunch of new friends. Guys, whenever that goes live, I'll share it with y'all. We'll watch it on stream together. Y'all have a beautiful day. Thank y'all so much. Bye.
Well, this is a great story, and Abigail, good to know about the science behind all of this. Not having anything is just as a parent. I know my 7-year-old plays some of these games, and it's hard to monitor, and I know a lot of parents are in that same situation, so it's good to know.
And when you see those scary images, you can think that that links to real world, but The science says it just doesn't, and it's good for, moms like you to get involved in the gaming, and Dr. Hayes actually has a really great way to do that. She has a live stream game every other week that's family friendly. They encourage parents and kids to get on, and you can find a link to that live stream when you click on this story on fox26houston.com.
All right, Abigail, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we've done several Fox in Focus Breaking the Cycle stories just this week, so if you've missed any of them, don't worry, they are all located on Fox Local. Remember, that's the app that you can download for free on your smart TV.